Learning self-defense is from the objectives of the Shariah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The Prophet ﷺ said, "The strong believer is more beloved to Allah than the weak believer, and in both of them there is some good." These words inform us about the status of strength in Islam and how it's something pleasing to Allah. This includes a strong physique with solid faith. When a Muslim fixes his internal faith to match his external appearance with actions, he can then protect the objectives of the Shariah and invite others to follow suit through his accomplishments. The Shariah came to protect the religion, wealth, honor, intellect, and human life. The protection of these things make up a perfect life in any society. They are the 5 necessities for safety and peace. Today, there are many people transgressing the rights of peace and safety found within the objectives of the Shariah. The legislation for certain penalties when these necessities are violated helped maintain order in life and safeguard humans' rights. For instance, one who is an innovator is boycotted. By doing so, we protect Islam. The thief who steals has his hand cut off, and by doing so, we protect the wealth of the people. In fact, the threat of it alone is enough for a smart individual not to steal. What's more is the one who slanders a person is whipped publicly, and this protects people's honor. Moreover, the one who drinks intoxicants is flogged, and this protects his intellect and the safety of others. Furthermore, the one who kills another unjustly is executed, and this protects mankind from murder after murder from the killer. And the one who commits adultery is stoned to death. The laws for these penalties can only be enforced in a Muslim country by the government there following the Shariah as its regulation in their judicial system. Protecting the religion is the primary aim of the Shariah, followed by the human life. When it comes to a person's life, then there are times when he must defend and protect himself, and if he is harmed in the way of doing so, then he will be rewarded. Above all, he has the right to defend his faith, life, and his wealth. The Prophet ﷺ said, "He who dies while defending his property is a martyr. He who dies in defense of his own life is a martyr, and he who dies in defense of his faith is a martyr. He who dies in defense of his family is a martyr." This hadith establishes the proof that learning self-defense plays a role in protecting the 5 necessities of life from the objectives of the Shariah. Imam al-Khattabi said, "The person fighting to protect his wealth, defend his family, and religion desiring Allah's reward, and thus is killed in the process, earns the status of being a martyr." Included in this hadith is fighting a thief, a renegade, those who spread corruption on earth, and a highway robber, i.e., carjacker and purse snatcher. Ibn Battal said that the above hadith is evidence for self-defense, and if the attacker is the one killed in the incident, then there is no penalty for the person defending himself, nor has he committed a crime. Imam Shafi'i and Imam Ahmed both held the view that when a person is attacked by someone trying to rob him or kill him, then he must defend himself in the best way possible. Other scholars were on the opinion that if a person felt the danger of being assaulted, then he has within his right to attack first. Once a burglar entered Umar's home, and he stood with a sword ready to strike a blow. However, there was something between him and the thief, and that blocked him. Hassan al-Basri was asked about an intruder entering one's house carrying a weapon. Hassan replied, "Kill him with anything you can get your hands on." The era we live in today, plagued with violence and chaos, makes it essential for the person to be prepared for any unexpected encounter regardless of where they are. Allah said, "And do not throw yourselves into destruction, and do good. Truly Allah loves the muhsinun, the good doers." Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik held that this verse is proof of self-defense in general according to Islamic law. This includes an attacker or an intruder, regardless of age, religion, sanity, human, or animal. A person must protect himself. A person surrendering helplessly to his attacker falls under the meaning of this verse: throw yourselves into destruction. Imam Shafi'i held the opinion that self-defense against the non-Muslim attacker was a must, since giving in to him is dishonoring the religion. Conversely, if the one transgressing against you was a Muslim, then it's permissible for you to surrender to him. This makes no difference of his age or sanity. It's said that it is sunnah to surrender to someone in this situation. Similarly, it is obligatory to defend yourself against an attacker. These three Imams agree that self-defense has a place in Islam. Imam Ibn Qudama from the Hanabila jurist said in Al-Mughni' that a person must defend himself in the best way possible that he knows against any attacker trying to kill him or a burglar attempting to rob him. If he kills the attacker, then be it. And if he is killed, thus he is a martyr. Islam allows the right to self-defense depending on the threat. This includes verbal threats when you feel an imminent danger to harm. At the same time, a Muslim isn't allowed to provoke a person to attack him. Rather, the approach to avoid all types of conflict is better if possible. However, in the event this is not possible and your life, your family's life, your property, and your wealth are the target, then you have to survive. Surviving a street confrontation or home invasion or any other attack might not require deadly force all the time. Islam's allowance of self-defense doesn't mean deadly force in all instances as mentioned by the hadith. The four Imams and the Salaf. Plainly put, when you are in a confrontation, does your self-defense match the threat? So aggressor or aggressors end up dead when you don't have to kill them. There are many other martial arts to study. Kali and Silat are effective for street fighting and weapons defense. When mentioning street fighting, it is important to understand that three things must be calculated before the fight begins. It's going to be quick and severe, assume he has weapons, and multiple attackers will be involved. Hence, I mentioned Kali and Silat first. Second, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Aki Jiu-Jitsu, Jiu-Jitsu. And from these arts, you have many descendants arts such as Krav Maga and Sambo, both great arts as well. Lastly, there is boxing and MMA. Be sure when you're searching for a school that the teacher is properly qualified and has truly earned the rank he wears around his waist. There are a lot of scams out there, so be smart, careful, and stay safe. Prepared by Abu Aaliyah Abdullah ibn Dwight Battle from the heart of Doha, Qatar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.